Welcome back to Cool Clubs Reviews. Let's take a look at the Srixon ZX-4.
Yeah, this is really vastly improved from last year. The 7 and 5 obviously were one of their top sellers and been gaining traction for the last 5 years or so. The 4 was the only one they made a substantial difference to. So this is a totally different looking golf club than the previous one. They kind of made it a little more, better player looking, to be honest. It's got the same tech in the bottom, a little bit wider on how it does this little slope to add a little extra bounce in the front so it doesn't dig as much. Obviously designed for a slightly higher handicap, but certainly even better players could play these than the long irons. I mean, we talk about mixed sets. I mean, you could really mix a set.
What I think they did, like you touched on it there, is a much better job of being able to blend this year. The
Right.
4 and the Mark 1.
It was a beast. It was big.
It was
It
like
was a good golf club,
Oh.
but you couldn't mix it with anything else.
No.
There's no way it would be blendable.
It was almost like a hybrid iron rather than
Right.
a
Exactly.
game improvement iron.
Yep.
So we have put this in the game improvement because I think that's certainly who it's targeting.
Right.
A little bit wider, same sole design, so again great for steep players. We take a look at the graph. Obviously down to just the one test now.
Yep.
Loft. So 2.5 degrees stronger than the 5, 3.5 degrees stronger than the 7.
Right.
So it would take a little bit of moving around to get them
Yep.
to blend. But you got 10 yards for that 2.5 degrees.
Yeah, which is a fair amount. So there's definitely more tech going on the inside. The face is thinner, obviously. He's got a little more spring effect. Definitely is more going on in this one than the forged ones.
So they've geared this one more towards like, let's get the ball going further for you at a similar speed.
Right.
And 164 carries right up there with our long tests at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty long. That's in the high side.
Yeah. And there's trade-offs. We see the stopping power drop down
Right.
4 points. We see the spin launch come down 40. Of course, that's going to happen with stronger loft. And people that are playing this aren't exactly trying to spin it and hold it there.
No, they're trying to get distance, right?
Trying to-
Or if you're a better player and you're putting these in your long iron, it's not a big deal being a bigger gap between your 3 iron and your 4 iron.
Yeah, you want 15-yard splits at the top there or something like that.
No, it's not a big deal.
So we talked about maybe going up to a 15 handicap and some
With the
turf
fives,
interaction.
yeah. And this you can go probably even up to 25 or so.
I think it goes all the way.
Yeah, you could pretty much go to a pretty high handicap unless you need a ton of offset. Or really wide sole if you're a high handicap. But if you're decent turf interaction, you're not super steep or something, this could be for a 25 handicap and play the whole set.
And then flip that, go all the way down the other end.
Yeah, I mean, you could get down to being there's a good-looking golf club for its distance and stuff. So even if you're a 5 and you need some help with distance and stuff like that, it certainly can go down as low as that.
I totally agree.
Big range.
That's it. I agree. Thanks, Mark.